This could be like a story for children about two sisters. One, the older one, spoiled, ugly, demanding, selfish. The other, younger one, hardworking, neglected, ugly duckling. But this is not a story for kids. This is real life. So things are not like that. Actually, almost everything is reversed. The older one is not that pretty. The younger one is beautiful, at least in the eyes of its admirers that come from all over the world. Golden Gate Bridge, 10 million visitors per year. Bay Bridge, ha ha ha, zero, zip, none, zilch, nada, what have you. The younger one is hardworking. Well, yes, but Golden Gate Bridge, 112,000 cars per day. Bay Bridge, 260,000 cars per day, more than twice as many. And how long are they? Golden Gate Bridge about 1.7 miles and 6 traffic lanes total, that is 3 in each direction. Bay Bridge almost 3 times as long, 4.5 miles or something like that, going west 5 traffic lines and going east 10 lanes if I am not mistaken. And in how many movies and TV shows have you seen both of them or either of them? Golden Gate Bridge, maybe 50 plus, who knows? I saw several of them, but remember most James Bond fighting on the bridge in the movie A View to a Kill. And Hollywood loves to destroy Golden Gate Bridge, as evidenced by at least a dozen movies where Golden Gate Bridge was in. And it was destroyed, funny enough, by variety of ways. For example, by a giant octopus, by an earthquake, by solar radiation, by meteor shower, by tsunami, by nuke, and even Godzilla got on into the action. What will they come up with next? And how famous is Bay Bridge in the movies? Well, no movies, no TV, only TV news in 1989, unfortunately. Loma Prieta earthquake killed one person on the bridge when part of an upper deck collapsed onto the deck below and caused the bridge to be closed for repairs. The main reason was that the rigid structure of the bridge was not flexible or is not flexible at that time to withstand movement that was caused by the earthquake. And Golden Gate Bridge suffered only a minor damage in that Loma Prieta earthquake, even though it was a 6.9 earthquake on the Richter scale. The 8-mile-long Bay Bridge is older by a few months than the Golden Gate Bridge, but the opening was minor compared with the gala opening of the Golden Gate Bridge just a few months later. And so it has been ever since for the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge was publicly funded by the people of San Francisco in the middle of the Great Depression. The Golden Gate Bridge also held the record of being the longest suspension bridge for about 40 years. Even the towers are better looking than the Bay Bridge. They are much more higher and are more majestic. The Golden Gate Bridge is a suspension bridge that crosses over the San Francisco Bay, going from San Francisco to Marin County in the north of California. It was opened for use in 1937 When the bridge was finished, it was the longest bridge in the world until 1964. The bridge is called Golden Gate because it crosses the Golden Gate Strait, the area of water between the San Francisco Peninsula and the Marin County Peninsula. The US Navy had lobbied that the bridge be painted in blue and yellow stripes to increase its visibility. But when the steel arrived in San Francisco painted in a burnt red, the consulting architect decided the color was both highly visible and more pleasing to the eye. The bridge's color is officially called International Orange. San Franciscans celebrated the opening of the Golden Gate Bridge with Pedestrian Day on May 2737. As many as 200,000 people crossed the bridge that day. People competed to be the first to run, push a baby stroller, and even roller skate across the Golden Gate Bridge. And if bridges had feelings, the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge would be experiencing one of the biggest and most justified inferiority complexes in history. Though it is an incredible engineering achievement and the end of transcontinental I-80, it lives in the shadow of its beautiful, famous sister, the Golden Gate Bridge. The Bay Bridge is a worthy counterpart to the Golden Gate, and Yerba Buena Tunnel is, I understand, the world's biggest bore tunnel. It's 2 stories tall and 6 lanes across. But it's battleship gray, not quite as tall as the Golden Gate, and looking even shorter due to the diagonal beams. And it crosses a body of water that is not in itself meaningful in any way that the Golden Gate Gap in the coastal range is inherently meaningful. In the end, that's probably the key. It feels like a bridge across something, not just from point A to point B. Everything about it feels harmonious and elegant. Isn't that enough? Well, it's for you to decide, but based on how many people visit Golden Gate and how many people visit the Bay Bridge, the answer is obvious. So, this is it for today, and thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.